The race for top positions of the ANC is heating up ahead of the National Elective Conference scheduled for December. Some members of the governing party in Mpumalanga, including Premier Refilwe Mtshweni-Tsipane, have announced on some of their preferred candidates. Mtshweni-Tsipane told ANC members and supporters at a Youth Month rally in Bushbuckridge that they will rally behind President Cyril Ramaphosa to be elected for a second term and Ronald Lamola to be elected Deputy President of the ANC. For more on this, we are joined by our reporter, Mweli Masilela. Mweli, good afternoon. From the look of things, if ANC and Mpumalanga have anything to do with it, there will be a change at the number 2 position in the ANC.
Yes, indeed, Hugo. Coming to this Youth Month event organized by the ANC's Ehlanzeni region, we heard from the chairperson, that is Jackie Masia, saying that basically this event is not only just about commemorating Youth Month, but also introducing the leadership of the ANC in this province, as well as that one from the regions to the people, since we know that the provincial conference was held in April. So there is a lot of expectations from the side of communities about what this new leadership will provide for the people of the province. And specifically talking about Bushbuckridge, Hugo, we know that there's quite a number of issues in as far as service delivery is concerned, people complaining about the lack of clean drinking water. So the leadership of the ANC that was here committing that they'll do their best to deliver those basic services. But worth noting, Hugo, is the fact that the message today was also about some members of the ANC now talking about the upcoming conference of the ANC at national level, pronouncing on their preferred candidates. We had different speakers, some representing COSATU, the SACP, the Women's League, as well as the ANC Youth League, and putting forward the name of Ronald Lamola, who was actually the keynote speaker at this event, saying that they want him to be elected Deputy President of the ANC come December. And one of the people who actually conveyed that message today, Hugo, was the Premier of the province, that is Refilwe Mtshweni-Tsipane. Let's take a listen to what she had to say.
Comrade Lamola, this is not what you want. This is not what you want. You didn't say to us, I want to be the Deputy President. We want to tell you that as in Mpumalanga, we want you to stand as the Deputy President of the African National Congress. And we will rally behind you in making sure that we realize our dream. If you fall, we will fall with you. If you rise, we will rise with you. But rest assured, we'll do everything in our powers to make sure that you ascend to that position, where you will be representing young people's ideas, young people's views. As I was walking in here, I heard you very much sharing, speaking about the plight of young people. And therefore, we've got no doubts in our minds that having you there, young people's aspirations, young people's views will be heard.
Hugo, that is the Premier of Mpumalanga, Refilwe Mtshweni-Tsipane, well, making it very clear because it's not only coming from her. Last time we heard from some members of the ANC Women's League in the province coming out clear to say that they will be supporting a young person this time around in the name of Ronald Lamola to be part of those top officials of the ruling party. But also from the side of the Premier, Hugo, we heard that according to her, they are not only supporting Ronald Lamola for Deputy President, but she also went as far as talking about the current president of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, saying that they indeed support him to be re-elected for the position of president. In fact, the Premier is saying that as the conference date draws closer, they will be going to different provinces, not only focusing here in Mpumalanga, but lobby other provinces to support. For now, those are the two names, President Cyril Ramaphosa as the leader of the ruling party, and then Ronald Lamola as the Deputy President of the ANC. But of course, some are saying that they believe that it's not the right time to talk about that now, but those members, which include the Premier of Mpumalanga, they believe that indeed they should support those two candidates for this time around. And remember, Hugo, they are coming. They are going to they're heading to this conference with a strong bloc, considering the fact that the lobby group that won the provincial conference of the ANC in Mpumalanga, it was quite a huge margin, which means that chances are that those ANC members that will be going to the national conference will be united in one voice. So we are going to know as the day of that particular conference draws closer as to what will be part of those agreements. Let's hear again from the Premier as to what she had to say about the current president of the ANC.
And we hope Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, in his wisdom, as we are going for the conference, we know that he is our president and we are not ashamed of that. We are going to support him. We are going to support Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, and we want him to hear our voice when we say we want young people to be considered to swell the ranks, especially in the top 6 of the ANC. Not only just the young men, but also young women and women in particular, to swell the ranks, especially in the officials. That is the message that we must preach as we meet our counter-comrades in various provinces. We must be able, without any fear or favor, express and articulate our views as Mpumalanga to say this is what we want and this is what we will be lobbying moving forward.
So, Hugo, it's quite interesting. One of the interesting elements is that we haven't had people here, those who have been attending this event, coming up with the name of David Mabuza. We know that he is the current deputy president, and Mpumalanga is his home province. And that is why some people are saying that this actually puts the province in an awkward position, because there is a man that can't be ruled out, considering the fact that he is known as a cat, someone with many lives. We know that in Nazareth, 2017 even got more votes than those of the president. So they're saying that there is a man that can't be ruled out. So some people, some ANC members are saying that they are surprised that while the names of the current president, Cyril Ramaphosa, and that of Ronald Lamola are mentioned, that of David Mabuza is not mentioned. But Ronald Lamola has made it very clear, even on his speech today, that he isn't against the idea of being endorsed as the upcoming deputy president of the ANC. In fact, he said that some leaders of the ANC Youth League were told that they have to wait for a particular time, and they ended up not being elected. So it's about time that young people rise up to the occasion and ascend to those top positions of the ANC if branches indeed endorse their names.
Well, Mweli, you are at, or rather witnessed a Youth Month rally. And what was the conversation around the youth? I mean, when you look at the fact that 60% of the youth in South Africa remain unemployed, certainly a big chunk of what we've heard is about the deputy presidential hopefuls of the ANC come December, if you will. But what was the conversation or the message to the young people?
Well, when we talk to young people here, Hugo, they are actually not happy with the manner in which the things are being done, especially on the government side. They're of the strong view that nothing much is being done to actually empower them. But as we hear from the side of the government authorities, they have been maintaining that there's quite a number of those programs in place, especially when you talk about the agricultural sector. There has been some of those programs that have been implemented by government, trying to make sure that young people have got those job opportunities. But most of the time we find that those programs end up lying fallow without making much of progress. But what we heard today from Ronald Lamola, who is an NEC member as well as the Minister of Justice, is that there has been factories that were established in many parts of the province, and they are now dysfunctional. He's saying that then it's about time that those factories are are revived so that they come back to life, and that will be the only way that the economy of the province will be revived. So he has actually called on young people to make sure that they take on those opportunities, especially on some of the organizations that are providing funding, as well as some government institutions that are helping especially young people with funding to take up those opportunities and ensure that they indeed in their different communities try to ensure that more young people are employed. Hugo.
Mweli Masilela speaking to us from Mpumalanga on the back of that ANC Youth Month rally, where the ANC in Mpumalanga has announced the candidature, certainly, of their preferred candidate come December's ANC conference.